A unique approach to philanthropy is helping disadvantaged Australians find jobs, taking pressure off the government and boosting the economy.
There are 7,000 social enterprises dedicated to this kind of job creation, which employ more than 300,000 people across the country.
One particular non-profit is benefiting from a cross-sector, collaborative approach to funding, and it's saying that this might be the way of the future. Steph Nash finds out more.
If I want to apply for a job, it's hard.
In 2016, Patils escaped from Syria with her family after the outbreak of civil war.
We had to move to Lebanon because of the war, so we stayed in Lebanon nearly like 1 year. Then I have my uncle here, so he did sponsor everything to bring us here.
3 years later, Patil is now a trainee baker and is on her way to completing a certificate in business administration. This is all due to the Bread and Butter Project, a social enterprise that aims to equip asylum seekers and refugees with the skills they need for sustainable employment.
We're driving through the night to deliver bread and pastries to our over 250 corporate and cafe accounts.
Cindy Carpenter is the chair of the Bread and Butter Project. The team behind Sydney's famous Burke Street Bakery franchise founded the initiative in 2011. Today, Cindy is seeing big results for both her staff and in sales.
Australia has a chronic shortage of trained bakers, and so we're helping disadvantaged people to be workplace ready and to secure sustainable employment in an industry that really needs them.
According to a report by independent consultant Social Impact Hub, all of the project's graduates have gained meaningful employment, and all children of previous trainees are either employed or at school or university.
We had taken a disadvantaged cohort who typically struggle to get a job because their skills or qualifications aren't necessarily recognised when they come into Australia. We had provided employment pathways for them very successfully and then had intergenerational impact as well.
We hope to create 2,000 jobs over the next 2 years.
Susan Bannigan is the CEO of the Westpac Foundation, one of the entities making the goal of the Bread and Butter Project possible. Westpac says the investment it is making benefits not only disadvantaged people like Patil, but also the economy.
It's about having the greatest possible impact with our giving that we possibly can, helping people with experiencing the greatest complex barriers to work. We're reducing reliance on government funding, philanthropic funding over the longer term.
What social enterprise kind of gives us, and certainly waged employment gives us, is something other than welfare.
At Mission Australia, Troy Krellin is the Program Manager for Social Enterprise. He oversees 2 social enterprises in Melbourne. Over 100 young people through our Synergy program that come from, that are experiencing significant disadvantage have gone into, about 70% of those young people have gone into employment, which is amazing. And if I think about Charcoal Lane, it's a little bit larger over a 10-year period. That's 275 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander young people that have engaged in our space. In Victoria, there's a really strong push for procurement assistance through the Victorian government, and I think that's a program that works, and it's something that could potentially work across the country as well. We're also looking not just at government, but corporate partners to come on board with those programs as well. The Westpac Foundation's collaborative funding model for social enterprise is up and running, and it works with the support of 9 other organisations.
We see collaboration as a really powerful way to help social enterprises focus on their primary purpose, to help create jobs for vulnerable Australians. By collaborating, we free them up to focus on that job, which we believe is a great spend of our funding dollars.
Instead of us having to go through this 5 times for 5 different philanthropic partners, for them to come together makes a lot of sense.
Back at the warehouse, the story of the Bread and Butter Project is quickly becoming all about growth, with Cindy looking for additional support to help the initiative meet its explosive demand.
We're reaching the bounds of this facility in Marrickville, and we will ultimately have to go to a bigger facility.
Maybe in a couple of years, maybe I'll have my own business and my cafe, so I'll be doing pastries, cakes, maybe, yeah. But it will be like nearly in business because already I like studying in business and things like that.